Good day, everyone. This is Teacher Lori Me. We are going to have our lesson in technology and livelihood education. We will be learning Module 7, Develops Plan for Expansion of Planting Trees and Seedling Production. Why is it important to plant or propagate seedlings in scientific ways? The benefits of using the scientific way of planting are the following. Number 1, you are assured that the plants will grow fast, strong, and healthy. There is less mortality or death of plants because pests and diseases will be controlled. More plants can be grown and harvested. You can demand good price in selling good quality plants. There is more profit gained when you have more harvest and your plants are of the best kind. There is less mortality or death of plants because pests and diseases will be controlled. More plants can be grown and harvested. You can command good price in selling good quality plants. What is a nursery? Is it important? Establishing a nursery is the most effective way of bringing back the trees that had been cut. A nursery is a lot or garden where plants are grown and propagated for transplanting, budding, or grafting. As new seedlings are grown, it would also be a very wise move to include in the nursery some ornamental plants, especially medicinal plants that are gaining more popularity and use. In putting up a nursery, it is necessary to acquire scientific knowledge and the required planting skill through reading, seminars, apprenticeship, observations, and interests in the work, perseverance, and creativity. The nursery can be big, regular, or a small one, depending on the available area and the bulk of plants to propagate. There are a number of benefits that a well-managed nursery offers. Number 1, this can be the start of a profitable livelihood project. The seeds and the seedlings can be sold to generate income. Next, plants or trees of good quality can be grown and propagated in the nursery. Buyers who come and purchase can further propagate these quality seedlings. Seeds and seedlings bought in a nursery are ready for planting or transplanting. Bearing trees, ornamental plants, vegetables, medicinal plants, and other herbs are now propagated, making them accessible to buyers or collectors. An on-the-spot seminar can be availed of through the owner, manager who has to convince and help prospective buyers. Next, fruit-bearing trees and plants can be experimented on and their species improved. To put up a nursery, one must consider the following requirements. Number 1, location or site. Choose a place near a source of water. Number 2, soil type. Different plants need different types of soil, but for young plants, the most common soil used is the loam type, rich in organic matter. Number 3, shed. This is one structure essential in propagating young trees. A shed should have a partially lighted roof to allow sunlight for the young tree to grow. Number 4, storage place for tools and equipment. It is important to have a complete set of tools or their substitute to be able to carry out all nursery activities properly. Number 5, boxes, pots, and plots for germinating seeds. There are 3 places to germinate seeds: young plants, and young trees. Boxes and plots are usually used for germinating seeds. Pots or plastic bags are usually used for young trees. Preparing seeds for planting. Mortality is high during transplanting if the seedlings are not given proper care. To ensure a higher rate of survival, the following processes are needed. Number 1. Thinning. There are times when more seeds are sown than necessary. To produce strong plants, pull out some crowded seedlings so that the remaining plants will have more room. Thinning accelerates the circulation of air and provides a greater feeding area for seedlings to make them sturdier and healthier. Number 2. Pricking. This is done by transferring seedlings from one seed box to another to provide more space for proper development. Water the seedlings before pricking. Next, hardening. This process is done 7 to 15 days before transplanting. The purpose is to make the tissue of the plant harder in order to survive the rigors of transplanting. The water intake of the plants is gradually decreased and the seedling is exposed to sunlight for a longer period of time. Let's go to the different methods of transferring plants. Number 1. Dribbling method. This method is appropriate for plants with small roots like eggplant, okra, and tomato. The shovel is pushed deep into the soil under the roots, then gently pushed upward. The plant with its roots and soil intact is transferred. Next, cone-shaped method. A deeper and wider cone-shaped hole is made using the topsoil. Fix the roots on top of the mound before covering with subsoil. Press the topsoil to firm up. Next is stit method. A deep hole is dug with enough space for the roots of the plant. The plant, with its roots properly placed in the dug hole, is covered with loose soil until completely covered. Next is side of the hole method. Dig a hole that is deeply and narrow. This is good for plants with roots that are long and spread only in one direction. Number 5. Hole digging method. Dig a hole that is deeper and wider using a spade and pickaxe. The young tree like mango, santol, or avocado is carefully placed in the hole with its roots upright. Then loosely cover the hole with the topsoil first, and then the subsoil until the hole is completely filled up. Caring for the transferred tree seedlings. To ensure the growth of the transferred seedlings, it is important to follow a systematic process of caring for the seedling, such as the following. Watering. Seedlings need water to keep them healthy. Keep the soil moist by watering the seedlings in the early morning or late afternoon. During the dry season, it is advisable to water the seedling once in the morning and once in the late afternoon. Because of the fast evaporation of water due to hot weather, the soil dries easily, so it is necessary to water the seedlings enough to keep the soil moist. Next is cultivating. This is the process of tilling or loosening the soil around the seedlings. This allows for easy absorption of water and fertilizer in the roots of the seedling for faster growth. When cultivating, be sure to remove stems, gravel, and other foreign materials in the soil surrounding the plant. The soil should be pulverized and refined for easy penetration of water and fertilizer. Applying fertilizer. Fertilizers contain the nutrients that plants and trees need to grow. We know that fertilizers are enriching materials used on land to increase its productivity. There are two types of fertilizers, organic and inorganic. Organic fertilizers come from decomposed organic matter, including animal manures, food washings, plant residues, and other organic wastes. Organic fertilizers contain a high percentage of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are necessary elements for the growth of plants. Benefits of using organic fertilizer. It is environment friendly, it does not harm the soil, unlike inorganic fertilizer which can be toxic if applied in excess to the soil. It fertilizes the soil and improves its structure and fertility. It is inexpensive. It is safe to use. Making organic fertilizer can be made through composting. Composting is a process of decomposing organic matters such as weeds, manure, grasses, leaves, vines, rice hulls, corn stalks until they are ready to be used as fertilizers. Inorganic fertilizer. Inorganic fertilizers comes from nitrate of soda, sulfate of ammonia, ammonium nitrate, urea, and others. The nutrients in organic fertilizers are not always properly balanced. Therefore, inorganic fertilizer is needed to make up for the deficiencies. However, one should never use commercial fertilizer more than the amount recommended. The right time to add fertilizer depends on the kind of crop and the method of propagation. Observing the correct period for adding fertilizer helps in the growth of the plants. Fertilizers sustain the plants with nutrients from the soil. Fertilizers can be added to the crops in different ways, such as broadcasting, brand or localized, side dressing, foliar application. Let's identify other varieties of trees and seedlings available for planting expansion. We have seeds, suckers, runners, rhizomes, cuttings, grafting, layering, marketing, budding, enarching. And that's the end of our lesson today. Thank you and watch out for our next lesson. Goodbye, everyone.